This is a Witchspace News Special Bulletin. I'm Commander Burr. I should preface this piece first of all by saying that we are getting into potentially serious spoiler territory. If you're sensitive to that sort of thing, look away now. So, with that said, the Gnosis was meant to be jumping into the cone sector today. Here are the facts of what's happened so far. So after a good few weeks of hype and serious anticipation building for the jump of the Gnosis into potentially Thargoid owned space, two things just happened. Overnight, an article was released onto Galnet, presumably by accident, stating that the Gnosis had already jumped and had indeed been interdicted, hyperdicted by Thargoids, eventually only moving a few light years from its start position. Having been released early, before the Gnosis had even jumped, needless to say this spoiled the outcome of the event for anyone that saw it. Secondly, the server reboot happened as planned at 8 AM this morning UK time, and the events foreshadowed in the botched Galnet article release have indeed happened. The Gnosis is not in the cone sector, and in the words of the Galnet article, it is now adrift. The real numbers for how many commanders went to the Gnosis in anticipation of this event are impossible to determine, but EDSM, the website that tracks commanders' locations based on the use of reporting software that some commanders, myself included, run, are reporting that well in excess of 1,000 commanders were on the Gnosis for this missed jump. It's extremely likely that given the combination of console commanders who can't run the software and PC commanders who just don't run the software, that number is actually much higher, possibly running into the multiple thousands. As of my recording this, it feels like the Gnosis event is the setup for what was described on Reddit as a cookie cutter CG. That's to say there will now possibly be a week-long community goal duo to deliver goods to the Gnosis to bump start it whilst also defending it from Thargoid incursions. We'll know for sure in a few more hours when last week's CGs expire and the new CGs for this week kick in. So that's what's happened in game, at least. Out in the real world, when the news of the saying news and Gnosis is quite difficult. When the news of the Gnosis misjump happened, and in particular the Galnet mispost, it's fair to say that Reddit went into meltdown, and not in the good way. There is, as of right now, a palpable sense of disappointment within the community. I think that's fair to say. And honestly, I do find that a little understandable. I'm one of the most elite infused individuals you could possibly ever hope to meet, and even I'm feeling the sting this morning. What was potentially one of the most exciting and epic events in elite history has, thus far at least, perhaps, turned into its dampest squib. What's potentially worse as well is that thousands of players have invested real-world time, at the very least, getting to the Gnosis, only to either be left a few light years from where they started, or even worse, essentially being forced into participating in a weekly CG. I genuinely hope that's not the case. If that is what is indeed happening, then if I'm being kind, I think that is a serious misstep on Frontier's part, to say the least. I don't think I'm overstating it to say that there is currently a huge amount of disappointment in the community at this moment. As of my recording, there's over 1,000 comments on just one Reddit post, all of them overwhelmingly negative in response to this outcome. There is, however, one small glimmer of hope. The system the Gnosis has landed in has an ammonia world in it. The Thargoids are known to favour ammonia worlds, and there is at least one landable planet in the system as well. I would say that landable planet is worth an explore. There could be something there. It could be possible that we're at the start of the Gnosis event, not the end. But we'll see what this week brings, I guess. That's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back later with more videos. Until then, 07 Commanders, follow the greens on the way out, and do keep clear of the toast rack. I will see you next time.